Me show you the latest track, and I'll give you information on what we know right now. And meteorologist Felicia Combs is going over the rest of what is coming out slowly. I can see the computer sort of lighting up over there with the different parts of this discussion. So here's a look at Matthew here. Just still absolutely tremendous. And you can see all the big bands of clouds extending way out. Some of them coming pretty close to South Florida now, but I don't think we're going to start to see the rain bands until later on this afternoon. So this is part of what's new in the forecast that's just coming out right now. The hurricane warning has now been extended north of the Treasure Coast. You can see there the red going all the way up to the north there. So it extends from really Broward County all the way to the north of our viewing area. And that seems pretty consistent with what the computer models have been saying, which have been bringing Matthew close to our area, but even closer to the coast as it gets up to the north. Now, that's not to say that it couldn't make landfall anywhere along the coast of South Florida or even to central and northeastern coasts of Florida. But, okay, here's the latest track now as it updates. So Matthew has actually strengthened a little bit from the earlier update at 8 a.m. It was 115 mile per hour winds, now sustained winds at 120 miles per hour. It has also increased its forward speed. It was moving north-northwest at 10 miles per hour. Now it is moving more northwesterly, and this is right in line with the computer models bringing it up toward Florida. Had it continued to move more north-northwesterly, it would have been a little farther away from Florida, but this northwest turn is right in line with those models there. And there you see the continued track, and here's where it increases in strength. So it's got to get up to 130 mile per hour sustained winds to become a Category 4 hurricane again. And it looks like that will happen overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. So this is 8 a.m. tomorrow morning on the new track, showing it moving up through the central Bahamas. And as we get to 8 p.m., let's see if that line, there we go. So there's 8 p.m. right in here. Approaching Palm Beach County, the cone extending in around Lake Okeechobee here, extending all the way east out to here to past the northern Bahamas. But this is the time frame in which we are concerned. The nighttime hours from Thursday into the early morning hours on Friday. Here's Friday morning at 8 a.m. and it's still relatively close to Indian River County. This is just the center of the storm we're talking about. The storm will extend well inland, with tropical storm force winds coming out. How far, Felicia, does it say how far tropical storm force winds extend out from the storm right now? Okay. Okay, it's still, the information is still trickling out. Earlier, it was about 160 to 170 miles out from the center, with hurricane force winds about 40 miles out from the center of the storm. So even if this is just 20 miles offshore, we're still going to experience hurricane strength winds in our area, hurricane force winds. As it moves up to the north, possibly staying a Category 4, this is new, all the way up past North Florida, decreasing in strength as it makes its way up toward the Carolinas, and then this big turn out to the north, which is pretty consistent with a lot of different computer models here, and even a sort of a downward slide toward the southeast in some of the more recent models, and even a little turning around possibly out here for a while into next week. Let's take a quick look at the latest rainfall. There we go. This is the Vipercast for the next few days, and you'll see it moving up as we get into tonight and tomorrow. And here it is right here as we get into late Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. So look at that. And that's a lot of rainfall moving in right along the coast too, and a little farther inland. But look how far it extends out into the Atlantic and all the way over toward the west coast of Florida as well. But it's a big storm, and you expect that it'll have a big coverage area as it moves up into Florida. The potential for tropical storm conditions continues to increase here. 90% chance that we're going to see tropical storm conditions by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon and into tomorrow night. And then tomorrow night is where things could really pick up to hurricane conditions. So we're going to go over a little bit more about what's coming out with the latest update, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with more information for you.